Shanti. Good morning. Happy Sadguru Var. So we listen to Baba's Murli for 17th April 24-25. The essence is, sweet children, this spiritual hospital makes you ever healthy for half a cycle. Sit here in soul consciousness. Question: what direction should your intellects remember whilst you carry on with your business, etc.? Answer: the Father's direction is, you must not remember any corporeal or subtle beings. Only when you have remembrance of the one Father will your sins be absolved. None of you can say that you don't have time for this. Whilst doing everything, you can stay in remembrance. And that's why Baba says that we have to practice remembering Him while walking and moving around. And for that, remember Him with different relationships. So when I make Baba as my beloved, when I make Baba as my friend, Baba as my companion, Baba as my guide, I keep remembering going back to Baba, keep talking to Baba during the day, right, at every step. So Baba says, you can stay in remembrance whilst doing everything. Om Shanti. The Father says, good morning to you, sweetest spiritual children. After good morning has been said, you children are told to remember the Father. You call out, O purifier, come and purify us. So the Father, first of all, says, remember me, your spiritual Father. The spiritual Father of all is just the one. A father is never considered to be omnipresent. So children, first of all, remember the Father as much as possible. Do not remember any corporeal or subtle beings. Only remember the one Father. This is very easy. People say that they are busy and that they don't have time. However, you always have time for this. The Father shows you the method for it. You also know that it is only by remembering the Father that your sins will be burnt away. This is the main thing. No one forbids you to carry on with your business. Whilst doing all of that, simply remember the Father so that your sins can be absolved. You understand that you are impure. Sages, holy men, rishis, munis, all make spiritual endeavor. They all do some sadhana. So one makes spiritual endeavor in order to meet God. Until you have His introduction, you cannot meet Him. So even if, one is doing spiritual endeavor, trying to remember, chanting, but if one doesn't know who God is, how can they meet Him? So until you have His introduction, you cannot meet Him. You know that no one in the world has the Father's introduction. The other day, Baba said how the sannyasis or the rishis and munis think that God is this unlimited light, and that's how they remember Him. But that's not who God is. Baba says, I'm a tiny point of light. So no one actually has His true introduction. So everyone has the introduction of the bodies. They remember the deities having bodies. One quickly has the introduction of anything large. It is only when the Father comes that He explains to you the introduction of souls. There are two things, the soul and the body. Each soul is a star and is very subtle. No one can see it. When you come and sit here, you have to sit in soul consciousness. This is also a hospital. It is the hospital where you become ever healthy for half a cycle. Souls are imperishable. They are never destroyed. A whole part is in each soul. The soul says, I can never be destroyed. All of these souls are imperishable. Bodies are perishable. It is now in your intellects that you souls are imperishable and that you take 84 births. And this is in the drama. You also know which founders of religions come at which time and how many births they take. Because we understand the cycle, the drama cycle, we know how each one of us, right, play or go through the cycle of 84 births and when each founder of religion comes, right? Baba has explained to us when does Abraham come, when does right Muhammad come, Christ, Buddha, each one of them, when do they come and how many births they take. The 84 births that are remembered must definitely be of one religion. They cannot be of everyone. Why? Because each one comes at their own time. So each one comes differently, right? In the drama, at different times in the drama. So not all religions come at the same time. Why should we sit and calculate anything about others? We know that so and so comes at such and such a time to establish a religion. There is then the expansion of that. Everyone has to become Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. When the world is Satamopradhan, it is then that the Father comes and makes it into Satopradhan golden age. You children now know that you, the people of Bharat, will come and rule in the new world. There won't be any other religions there. Amongst you children too, those who are to claim a high status will make greater effort to stay in remembrance and they will also write their news. Baba, I stay in remembrance for this long. So, one of the things that Baba reminds us many times is writing our chart or writing a chart of self progress. It's only when I'm able to see how am I progressing is when I will be able to put extra effort to even progress. It's like in any, organizations, they do keep a progress chart, right? Like if there's if there's a meeting every three quarterly or performance meeting every quarterly, they want to see the performance curve, right? How did we perform from last quarter to this quarter? So in the same way, we if we maintain something like a performance chart or progress chart for the self, then we can go back and check, how am I performing last quarter to this quarter, right? Am I going up? Am I going down? Is my effort, right? Am I using the same sanskars? Am I still using anger? Right? What's going on? So that's how then I'll be able to make that quality of effort to have better performance, right? So Baba says that due to being ashamed, some don't write their news at all. They wonder what Baba would say. However, Baba still knows. A teacher at school would tell the students, if you don't study, you will fail. Physical parents also understand this from how much their children study. This is a very big school. Here you are not made to sit number wise. Your intellects understand that it is number wise. Baba is now sending some good children to other places. Baba says that in front of Baba, they are not nobody is made to sit number wise. Because if they were, everyone would get a shock. So even though Baba says that some children feel that, oh, I'm sitting in the front, that means I'm good. uh, not necessarily. So Baba says, but in your intellects, you know that we all are number wise. It's just that we don't know our number. So Baba is now sending some good children to other places for seva. When they go somewhere else, others can write, we want a Maharathi. So it is definitely understood that they are cleverer and better known than they themselves. It is number wise. At exhibitions, many types of people come. So there should also be guides standing there to check them. Those who greet the people would come to know what type of people have come. So that one should then signal to the ones explaining, you can explain to these people. You can understand that there are those of the first grade, second grade, and the third grade. You have to serve everyone there. When an important person comes, everyone definitely offers him a lot of hospitality. This is a rule. The father or the teacher praises children in class. This is also special hospitality. The children who glorify the name are given special hospitality and praised. To say that so and so is wealthy and religious minded is also praising him. You now know that the highest on high is God. People say that he truly is the highest on high, but when you ask them to tell you his biography, they say that he is omnipresent. They completely put him down. So people understand that yes, God is highest on high, but when you ask them to describe him or, who is God, they say he's omnipresent, he's in you, he's in me. So they put him down. You can now explain that the highest on high is God and that he is the resident of the supreme abode, whereas the deities are in the subtle region. Here there are human beings. So the highest on high is God, the incorporeal. You now know that you were like diamonds and that you have now become like shells. And so you have shown God to be even lower than yourselves. We show God in pebbles and stones and leaf and everywhere. You didn't even recognize him. You don't even recognize him. You people of Bharat receive that recognition and then that recognition decreases. You now continue to give everyone recognition of the Father. Many will receive the Father's recognition. Your main pictures are the Trimurti, the cycle, and the tree. There is so much enlightenment in these pictures. Anyone would say that Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of the golden age. Okay, so what was there before the golden age? Only at this time do you know this. So what was before golden age? It was the confluence age. They made effort in confluence age and that's how they became masters in golden age. So only at this time do you know this. It is now the end of Iron Age and it is the rule of people over people. We talk about democracy. So there are no kingdoms now. There's so much difference. There were kings at the beginning of Golden Age, and there are kings now in Iron Age too. Although none of them are pure, there's a vast difference between the kingdom of Golden Age and the kingdom of Iron Age at this time. Some of them simply buy those titles. No one is a real Maharaja, they simply buy the title. For instance, there are the Maharajas of Patiala, Jodhpur, Bikaner, etc. These are towns. And there used to be the kingdoms. There used to be kings in these towns in India. They mention those names. Those names have continued eternally. At first, there were pure emperors, and there are now impure ones. The words kings, emperors continue. You would say of Lakshmi and Narayan that they were the masters of golden age. Who claimed the kingdom? You now know how the kingdom is being established. The father says, I am now teaching you for 21 births. Those people study and become lawyers, etc. in the same birth. So you are studying at this time and will become emperors and empresses in the future. So how is Baba connecting this? Baba is saying that to become a professional like doctor, lawyer, engineer, you study, you go to school, and then you become that in this birth, right? But to become a king, queen, prince, princess, emperor, you have to be either born in that family. So some, you know, people now who are called kings and queens or who have the title of kings and queens or prince and princesses, they are born in that family and that's how they have the title. But here Baba says that at this time of confluence age, if I make high quality effort, I can claim that title for my next birth. So even though I'm not born in this family, in the royal family of this Iron Aged kings or Iron Aged royal family, but I can claim a royal status by making that kind of effort at this time. So the father says, I'm now teaching you for 21 births. Those people study and become lawyers, etc., in the same birth. You are studying at this time and you will become emperors and empresses in the future. According to the drama plan, a new world is being established. It is now an old world. Although there are very good big palaces, no one has the power to build palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. We don't see real diamonds and jewels in palaces today. We see beautiful carvings and, beautiful things there, but no one can actually build a palace with real diamonds and jewels studded. So in golden age, they used to build all the palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. It doesn't take long to build them. Here too, when an earthquake takes place, they employ many contractors and they build a whole city within a couple of years. It took perhaps 8 to 10 years to build New Delhi, but there is a difference between the laborers here and the laborers there. There's a difference between the laborers now at this time and the laborers in Golden Age. Nowadays, they continue to invent new things. The science of construction has so much force. They can get everything ready made and flats are built very quickly. They build them very quickly here. And so all of this will be useful there. All of this will go with you. Those sanskars will still remain. Even the sanskars of science will go with you. So the Father now continues to explain to you, if you want to become pure, remember the Father. So it's really interesting how the sanskars go with us. For example, if someone is a scientist in this birth, right? What are the sanskars of a scientist? Not that the sanskars of this knowledge of science will go with them. Study ABCD and everything, right? From scratch. So these sanskars of everything that you study as knowledge doesn't get transferred. What sanskars get transferred? So if someone is a scientist, the sanskars of analytical thinking, the sanskars of going deeper, right? So these are the sanskars that will get transferred. Not that, oh, they know everything about the physiology or the how this works, and all of this doesn't get transferred. It is these sanskars of critical thinking, analytical thinking, right? Going deeper, research. So, what are the sanskars needed for research? So, these are the sanskars that go with them. Hmm. So, Baba says that the fathers, if you want to become pure, remember the father. The father says good morning and then also teaches you. Children, are you sitting in remembrance of the father? Whilst walking and moving around, remember the father because you have burdens of many births on your heads. You take 84 births while coming down the ladder. Now there is the ascending stage in one birth. The more you continue to remember the Father, the more happiness you will have, and you will also receive strength. There are many children who are placed in the foremost numbers, but they don't stay in remembrance at all. So there are many children who are placed in the front, but Baba says they don't remember. They don't have remembrance at all. Although they are clever in this knowledge, they are not on the pilgrimage of remembrance. The Father praises you, children. This one is also number one, and so he must definitely be making effort. You must always think that it is Shiv Baba who is explaining to you, and then your intellect's yoga will remain connected there. This one must also be studying. Nevertheless, he still says, remember Baba. These pictures are for explaining to anyone. The incorporeal one is called God. He comes and adopts this body. The children of the one God are all souls, brothers. They are now present in their bodies. They are all immortal images. This body is the throne of an immortal image, that is the soul. So, this body, the center of the forehead, is the throne for the immortal image, which is the soul. An immortal throne is not anything in particular. This is the throne of an immortal image. Each soul resides in the center of the forehead. That is called an immortal throne. It is the immortal throne of the immortal image. All souls are immortal. They are very subtle. The Father is incorporeal. From where would he bring his throne? Shiv Baba comes from the supreme abode. So, would he bring his throne from there? right? So he needs the throne of this body here. So the father says, "This is my throne too. I come and take this throne on loan. I come and sit on the immortal throne of this ordinary old body of Brahma. You now know that these are the thrones of all souls. This only refers to human beings, it does not apply to animals. Human beings have become worse than animals, and they should at least reform themselves first. When people ask you about animals, tell them first of all, reform yourself at least. In the golden age, even the animals are very good and first class. There won't be any rubbish, etc. there. If pigeons were to leave their droppings in the king's palace, there would be a fine. So, do you think in golden age the birds or the animals will have any droppings? Huh? No. Baba says no, they will not. Right. So there won't be any rubbish there at all. There they are very careful. They remain on guard so that no animals can ever push their way in. There's a lot of cleanliness there. There's also so much cleanliness in the Lakshmi and Narayan temples. They even show a pigeon in the Shankar and Parvati temple. So they must definitely spoil the temples too. They have written many such tall stories in the scriptures because they talk about the pigeon coming to the Amarnath, right? The temple of Shiv. So they show that there was a pigeon who also heard the story that Shankar related to Parvati, the Amar Katha, the story of immortality. And there was a pigeon there who listened to that story, who heard the story too. So Baba says that means that they are showing pigeon in the temple of Shankar and Parvati. So the father now explains to you, children. However, there are only a few who can imbibe this knowledge. The rest don't understand anything. The father explains to you, children, with so much love. Children, become very, very sweet. Let jewels constantly emerge from your lips. You are Roop and Basant. Roop means embodiment, and Basant is when you're showering. That is when you're speaking, you're showering. How are you speaking? Stone should not emerge from your lips. The soul is praised. The soul says, I am a president, I am so and so. This is the name of my body. Okay? Whose children are the souls? The one supreme soul. So you must definitely receive the inheritance from him. So how could he be omnipresent? You now understand that you too didn't know anything previously. Your intellects have now opened so much. When you go to any temples now, you understand that all of those pictures are false. Can there be anyone with 10 arms or with an elephant's trunk as in the pictures? Hmm? So, all these images that they have created, the deities with so many arms, they are not right. They are not correct. Because in golden age the deities don't have that many arms, and in golden age there cannot be any deity with an elephant head or with a monkey face and all of that. Hmm? So Baba says all of that is the paraphernalia of the path of devotion. In fact, there should be devotion of only one Shiv Baba, who is the bestower of salvation for all. It is in your intellects that Lakshmi and Narayan take 84 births. Then the highest on high Father comes and grants salvation to everyone. There is no one higher than him. Amongst you two, you are able to imbibe the things of this knowledge number wise. If someone is unable to imbibe them, of what use is that one? Instead of becoming sticks for the blind, some even become blind themselves. Instead of helping others, they themselves become blind, Baba says. So if a cow doesn't give milk, they keep it locked in a cowshed. Here too, some are unable to give any milk of this knowledge. There are many who don't make any effort at all. They don't understand that they should at least benefit someone. They don't have any concern for their own fortune. They are simply happy with whatever they receive. The father would say it is not in that one's fortune. One should make effort to receive salvation. You have to become soul conscious. The Father is the highest on high, and yet look, how he enters an impure body in this impure world. He is invited to come into this impure world. When Ravan has made you all totally corrupt, the Father comes and makes you elevated. Those who make effort well become kings and queens, whereas those who don't make any effort become poor ones. Because it is not in their fortune, they are unable to make effort. Some make their fortune very good. Each one of you can examine yourself. What service do I do? Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna. Become Roop and Basan, and let only jewels of knowledge constantly emerge from your lips. Only jewels, let jewels constantly emerge from your lips. Become very, very sweet. Never let stones, that is, bad words, emerge from your lips. Become clever in this knowledge and yoga and benefit yourself and others. Make effort to make your fortune elevated. Become a stick for the blind. Don't become blind yourself. Become stick for the blind. Today's blessing. May you wear a tilak of the awareness of three things and become completely victorious. May you wear a tilak of the awareness of three things and become completely victorious. Awareness of oneself, awareness of the Father, and awareness of this knowledge of the drama. The expansion of all of this knowledge is merged in the awareness of these three things. They are the three types of awareness of the tree of knowledge. A tree is at first a seed, and then two leaves grow. From that, the seed, two leaves grow from the seed, and then expansion of the tree takes place. In the same way, the main thing is to have awareness of the Father, the seed, and then of the two leaves, which is of this knowledge of soul and the drama. So, the seed, Baba, the Father, and then two leaves, which is the knowledge of the self and the knowledge of drama. Those who imbibe the awareness of these three things receive the blessing of being embodiments of remembrance, and they become completely victorious. Today's slogan: keep your attainments constantly in front of you, and all your weaknesses will easily finish. Keep your attainments constantly in front of you, and all the weakness will finish. Keep the attainments, what have I attained? Also, keeping the aim and objective in front will help us finish all the weaknesses, because now I want to reach my goal and I have everything that I need to reach my goal. So I cannot make any excuses. Today's Avyak signal: at the confluence age, BrahmaKumaris and Kumaris cannot be alone. Simply experience the Father's company and your combined form. Do not think the Father is mine anyway, He is with me. No, let there be the practical experience of His company. Then any attack of Maya will not be an attack and Maya will be defeated. Simply don't be afraid. No matter what has happened, have courage and remain aware of the Father's company, and victory will then be your birthright. So at this time, I cannot say that I am alone. What to do? I am alone. How can I do this? I am alone. I have to do this alone. No, the Father is my companion. Baba says that we have to keep reminding myself that Baba is with me, Baba is with me, Baba is my companion. Because the moment I think that I am alone, that is giving Maya the chance to take me in a corner, and then Maya starts attacking me because now Maya knows that I'm alone. Jagdish Bhai used to say that when you're with many people, Maya sees that, oh, you are in a group. But when you're by yourself alone and you're walking down a dark alley, then Maya will attack you. Because Maya sees, oh, now you're by yourself. Let me attack and see if you can defend yourself. And if you can't, then Maya quickly drags you and takes you into her side. So, in the same way, if I think that I am alone, it's not having people around you physically at all times, and it's not even possible, but it's here. The moment here I feel lonely, or if I feel that I am alone, how can I do this? I am alone. I don't have a partner. I don't have this one. I don't have, look at others. They have so many, they have people around them. I don't have anyone. If I start thinking like this, it's gateway for Maya to come and test me. And Maya will punch me, test me, and if I'm not able to stand strong, then Maya drags me to her side. So always remember, keep reminding that Baba is with me, Baba is with me, Baba is my companion, Baba is my companion, Baba is with me. Om Shanti. So today, Baba says it's very important to have Baba's introduction. People have put God in pebbles and stones, and here he comes and gives his own introduction to us. So Baba says, remember him, become Roop Basant. He's giving us this such an elevated knowledge. Am I using this knowledge? Do I apply this knowledge? How are my words? How is my behavior? Baba says, remember remember, have awareness of three things: the seed, the Supreme Father, and the two leaves that emerge from the seed. One is knowledge of who am I, Brahma. When we say that God is knowledgeful or the ocean of knowledge, what knowledge does he have? It is these two, the leaves that emerge from the seed, the ocean of knowledge. Knowledge of who am I, knowledge of this drama. That's why he is the ocean of knowledge, or knowledgeful. And he's making us like himself. That's why Baba says, let only jewels emerge from your lips. So let's remember the ocean of knowledge. Let's connect to the seed. I, the soul, the immortal being, am seated on my immortal throne in the center of the forehead of this body. I, the immortal image, connect to the seed, the supreme soul, the seed of this human world tree, who is also immortal. God, the supreme being, the ocean of knowledge, is the seed of this entire human tree. He gives me the knowledge of who am I and the knowledge of the world drama, how the world cycle turns, how I, the soul, take 84 births in this drama, how different religious founders come at their own times in this drama. What is God's role in this drama? I have all the knowledge of this drama, and I am becoming master knowledgeful. Master ocean of knowledge. My words, my actions, my behavior is with the awareness of who am I, who do I belong to, and what part am I playing in this drama. Pay attention to my part and the time in this drama. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So have a wonderful day with Baba. Stay combined. See you tomorrow.